Hey guys, I'm Bob with the Board Game Rundown, and I'm here with Bill from Nimue Innovation Studios.
You got it.
And he is going to do a quick demo of Roundtable for us. So go ahead, Bill.
Great. Thank you so much. I'm glad to meet you and glad to be here. So Roundtable is a trading card game set in the age of King Arthur, Knights of the Round Table, hence the name. In the game, what you're doing is you're recruiting knights, giving them equipment and titles so that you can conquer different regions of Britain, which are actual physical places in England and Wales. And the person who gets the most renown or the most victory points from the regions they capture wins the game. You can equip them with some equipment. We've got weapons and armor. You can give them titles, Baron, Duke, that kind of stuff. Send them on quests, and then you can try to conquer and beat your opponent. The game ends in one of three ways.
Okay.
One is that the last region is captured.
Okay.
The second is that one person captures half plus one of all the total renown. So the other person, even if they captured all the remaining regions, couldn't catch up. You're like, okay, we can be done. The third is that you are unable to draw a card. You don't have any cards to draw from. That's not a loss condition, that's an end game condition. Okay. So it just simply says, okay, now at this point, figure out who has the most points. Whoever has the most points wins. And the game can end in a tie. That's possible.
Okay.
We have 5 different lands that we use. Starting off with a farm, we actually start with a farm in play. So you're guaranteed to get 1 resource point, which is what this number is here. You can then upgrade this land and improve upon it by adding a manor, a large manor, a keep, and a castle in that order. So as your land gets more developed, you can build larger and larger structures. Each of these lands adds resource points to your total available pool. So when you have a farm, it's worth 1. You add a manor, that's 2 more, so now you have 3. Add a large manor, now you have 4 more, so now you have 7. Add a keep, you get 7 more, 14, and then finally with a castle, you get to 25. So let's go ahead and I will start off. We keep our lands and our main deck separate. So what you're going to be doing is every turn when you're drawing cards, you're going to be drawing from either your land deck or your main deck, which is a bit unusual for most trading card games like this. So, right. And then the second thing, if you wouldn't mind shuffling those and picking 3 of those. I will shuffle real quick. For deck construction, we typically only do about 60 cards. So right now I've got 20 card domains and 40 cards in my main deck. Okay. But when players are constructing their decks, as long as it's a minimum of 60, then they're allowed to.
You can do whatever ratio you want.
Pretty much. I think I had some ratios sorted out of like 20 minimum for your domains, and then however many you wanted for your, and then anything 20 or above, and anything that would get the whole thing to 60. So.
Okay. Now, are there restrictions on you can only have 1 of each card or 2 of each card?
Great question. So for deck building, what we have are 2 different kinds of knights.
Okay.
We have what are called named knights, like Arthur, Guinevere, Lancelot, those guys.
Like uniques?
Yes, and then we also have generic knights. So we have some things called Knight Bachelor, Knight Vassal. Those knights are generic. You can have as many of those in play as you want. But for the named knights, you can only have 1 of them. Right now, these are the rules.
Sure.
Have 1 in your deck, and you can only have 1 in play at a time. And it follows the old Magic legendary rules that if let's say I play Arthur and then you play Arthur, then they both go away.
Okay.
In essence, what we're saying is, I've recruited Arthur to be on my banner, and now you're saying, hey, I want to recruit you, Arthur, and Arthur's like, fine, I'm done with both of you guys, yeah. I'm leaving. Okay. And so both of them go to the graveyard. Nice. So it can be a tactic to play to get rid of somebody's knights who are potentially causing you problems.
For sure.
If you have them in your deck, of course. All right, so that one's good. Let me shuffle my lands. Real quick. All right.
Okay.
And then you get to draw 10 cards, and then we will go through this. Right. So the game takes place over the course of a year, and what we have here is the 4 seasons laid out: winter, spring, summer, and fall. And then it goes back to winter again. So there's actually sort of 2 years on this dial. Okay. That's the same thing that comes with the decks right now. This is a turn keeper, it's the exact same thing. But as we go through each season, there's an active player who's denoted by what side of the dial they're on, and that person acts first. The other player, once that person passes, can then take their actions in that season. So you're not like waiting for me to go through all of the seasons and then you get to have a year.
Okay.
It's I have spring, then you have spring. Then we go to summer and I have summer and you have summer. And then we go from there. So we can go ahead and lay these guys out.
Okay.
And these are the 3 regions that we're going to be competing for. We've got Totnes, Tintagel, and Galvois. And we can go ahead and draw 10 cards. 3, 4, 5. Okay, well, that was not fabulous for me. Okay. I shuffled poorly.
All right.
Now the other thing is that you start off with a hand of 10 cards. There are going to be some during winter is when we draw cards, but because they've already drawn, when we start the game, we start in spring. And I'll start with my spring first, so it'd be easier, so I can start off. And then when we do, you also, when you hit the end of any season, if you have more than 10 cards, you have to discard down to 10.
Okay.
So it gives you a lot of cards to play with, but also there are some restrictions, and there are opportunities to draw more cards during the game.
Okay.
All right, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play a manor, because I can, and then I will be done. So your spring.
I think I will do that as well.
And then you have 3 resources, and you can, if you have something you want to bring out.
No, sure don't.
Yeah, now typically what you're going to want to do is only bring out, you're going to bring out knights first, because obviously that's your army. If you bring out a weapon or something like that, I mean, it's useful to have later because you're going to equip it to a knight. But otherwise, you're just sort of like, I shake my flail at you and can't do anything about that. So.
Right, but if you have the resources to spend to get it out, it could be helpful to have it ready to go, or do you have to spend the resources again to put it on your knight?
So you have to have the resources, you have to pay for everything that's in play.
Oh.
So if you bring out a weapon, you still have to have those lands, the domains tapped to pay for those. Oh. Now, during the fall phase, you can choose to bring cards from play back into your hand, and then you get your resources back.
Okay.
But the idea is that having these things all ready for combat, for battle, requires upkeep, and so that's what you're using those resources to do. Okay. And same thing with the knights. Like if we have, for instance, Arthur here, he's a beefy boy, he costs 23. But he's used to a particular lifestyle, you know. He's a king, so he wants to have the best of stuff. So you have to spend a lot of resource points to keep him in play every year because he wants that. That's the lifestyle.
Okay, that makes sense.
Some of the other knights are like, you know what, I can do it for 2.
Right.
But Arthur's like, no, 23, man. That's my minimum offer.
As low as I go.
Exactly. Okay. So you are done?
Yep.
All right. We move to summer.
Okay.
Obviously, we don't have any nights, doesn't do us any good, so we'll just simply move to fall. And again, in fall, what you can do is pull items back from play into your hand. Again, you want to be cautious because you're going to be, if you're pulling things back, you're going to be drawing a card in the next season, so you don't want to go over 10 unless you know, like, no, I need to get rid of some stuff and get another card. All right, so we can skip ahead.
So I can't play it in another land if I have it, though, huh?
Correct, only 1 land per turn. Okay. But again, by the 5th turn, if you've got a full stack, you've got 25 resource points, you could bring out Arthur. Sure. Because, that's still more than what he costs.
Right. Okay.
All right. And then the other thing real quick is that if you are doing something, let's say that you've got something that's tapped, and I think we can say tapped now, I'm pretty sure the patents run out, and you want to do something that only costs 1, then I could do this and undo that.
Nice.
Just so these are just simply showing how your resources are being allocated to pay for things in play.
Yep.
It's not like you tap it and you lose it and now you get mana burn.
Right.
So nothing like that.
They don't do that anymore anyway.
Yep. Okay, so now it is your winter, so you get to draw a card.
Oh, fantastic. Hey, that's the one I wanted.
All right, I will draw a card. That was not the one I wanted, so there you are. All right,
so now
great. So now we go to your spring. And now you can play a card. Cool.
Unfortunately, though, I think that's still all I can do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, these decks do have very small knights and very large knights. It runs the gamut. when people are constructing their own decks, they can pick whatever they exactly. If they want to do a weenie deck, totally willing to. If they want to just like, no, give me the beefy boys, you can do that too. So, all right. Unfortunately, I have to play a farm, and that's something else. Is that you can play if you can play a land and that even if it's starting a new stack, you can absolutely do that. You're not stuck in. Oh, if I don't have a large manor, then I can't finish
forward.
this. You don't have to finish a stack before starting the next one.
Good.
You can start as many as you need to.
Okay.
All right, and then I am also done.
Okay.
So we go to your summer. I don't have anybody. Fall. Go to my winter.
Okay.
I will pray I get something that I can use. All right, and now you drew a card?
I drew a card.
Drawing card. All right. My spring, and I will play another manor, because that's what I have.
Should have shuffled better. Got a handful of titles and nobody to give them to.
It's a little tough. It can be tough sometimes. Generally speaking, after you've played the decks a couple times, much like any deck that you're constructing, it tends to fall into the really good curves for randomness. All right.
So that was that, right?
I am done.
Yeah,
I can't play anything else.
Yeah,
so
me either.
okay. Summer, fall, then your winter.
I guess I'm gonna draw from here. Okay.
Okay.
And then spring, yeah.
Wow. Yes. I now go to spring. And you've got to keep and play. You have 14 points.
I have to be done.
Okay. I get that. I have a farm.
That's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. All right,
Yep.
skip the winter.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Wow, I shuffled very poorly. I think I know where my large manors are, and it's the last 4 cards of the deck. All right.
So now we can play a land, right?
So my spring.
Yep, you first.
I will play a manor. So now what do I have here? 9. Yeah, I'm done.
Okay. So I can play a farm. That gives me 15.
Yep.
Right?
That it does.
So I'll use all 15 to put out
Padma. No, Sub.
Subin Musa.
Subin Musa, okay. And she is 11?
11, 12.
11, 12. Okay. So we'll use Arthur as an example because he's bigger.
Sure.
So right now, this is your influence power. This is your resistance or toughness. When you are attacking the different regions, you have to have a higher influence than the region has resistance.
Okay.
So in this case, if Arthur was attacking Tintagel, he's got 21, that has 14. He could very easily conquer that.
Okay.
If you are also attacking, if you were to bring Sub forward and say, all right, so I'm attacking with Arthur, you're attacking with Sub, we're not attacking each other directly, we're attacking the region. We're sending our armies to the region to convince it to join our banner. So we're adding our resistance to the region's resistance also. So in this case, this would go from 14 to 31 because Arthur's resistance would be added to the regions.
The region's resistance.
Or subtracted from yours, either way, however you want to figure out the math. But if you've got 12 and it's 17, that's minus 5. Minus 5 less than 14, you're not going to capture it.
Right.
I would also do the reverse. I have 21, you've got 12, so that would be 9 left. 9 is less than 14. I also would not capture it. Tintagel would remain independent. If I was attacking Totnes instead with a 17 and you were attacking here, your 11 is not enough to overcome that, but the 21 would be more than the 17 and be able to capture that.
Okay.
So sometimes you want to be able to go somewhere where the other person is not attacking to capture those regions. But we can also do quests. And here's an example of a quest. Let me get the redirect here too, real quick. Quests are going to allow you to send a knight on a quest. And it moves them from being committed to a campaign to now committed to doing the quest. You're like, well, okay, I want Arthur to go on this quest. So now Arthur's going to say, you know what? I'm not attacking Totnes. I'm going to go do the Faceless Man because that's what knights do in my era.
That's right.
So he's going to go do this instead of attacking. Now let's say that I'm like, wait, no, I don't want Arthur to go on a quest. I want Arthur to go to attack Tintagel. I can cast or play redirects. Now these up here are the casting costs, in essence, the play costs for these cards, and their ratios. It's based off of the resistance of the knight. So for this one, it says I have to spend 1 resource point for every 3 points of resistance. So I would have to spend 6 resource points to play this on Arthur.
So it rounds up.
Right, so that would cost 6 to take him out and put him into play. Now this one, if I ignore this text, I'd have to pay 5 to get that, because I have to get to 20 to get him to be redirected.
Yeah.
Now, some of the quests I have, there's 3 different kinds of quests. There's ones that cost 1 to 5, 1 to 4, and 1 to 3. And same thing for redirects. There are restrictions based on how cheap it is in order to play it.
Sure.
But when you are quested and you are not redirected, you get to draw a number. Yeah, actually, you don't get to. You have to draw a number of cards equal to the number of resource points that were played to play that on that night. So if you had to pay 6 to get Arthur to go questing, and he completes the quest, he's successful, he wins. Your reward as the controller is to draw 6 cards from either deck.
Okay.
Now, if I wanted to cancel this, I could redirect it, and then that would, in essence, sort of counterspell the quest, and then Arthur would be ready again, and then I could have him attack Tautness again.
Okay.
And you could play another quest, I could redirect him, and we could do this indefinitely.
Sure.
You can also, once your guy is committed, let's say I go here, and then you bring Sub up, and I go, wait, I'm not going to be able to capture that if she's attacking it. But if I redirect Arthur, now I can move him over here and actually capture that region. Because you can't capture this one, but I could capture this one. So there's a little bit of strategy involved in when you want to play quests and redirects. All right.
So I have to play her to a region then?
Yeah, during summer, when we're campaigning,
around.
then you will choose a region that she's going to try to conquer.
Okay.
All right, and you're done.
Yep.
All right, so now we go to yours. Then we go to my summer. I'm obviously doing nothing, so it is your turn. Okay, and you're going to attack Galvois, and there is absolutely nothing I can do about that. So we go to fall, and that's when we resolve.
Okay.
So you would look at your 11 versus the 5.
Yep.
And you obviously conquer it. So now that goes into your area as a conquered region.
Okay.
And then we replace that with another region, and that's Lyonesse. And then you can bring Sue back into your.
Oh, hey.
You can bring Sue back into ready, and then she's just in your play space. All right. And now that we're all done, we go to your winter. So you draw first. I know what I'm drawing, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, it's the wrong one.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Put that down.
Then we go to spring.
Sorry, yep.
No, it's all good.
And then we don't have anything for 1.
All right.
Right, yep.
I'll drop a farm again. I have all 4 farms in play.
Wow. Okay.
All right. And then we go to summer. And Lyonesse is and I have nothing I can do about it.
Yeah.
So we go to fall, and then you capture it.
Capture it, yep.
And then again, you can bring her back. Like I said, that you drew
If I wanted
Arthur,
to put something else out.
you could bring her back, untap your lands, and then that way when you
Yeah, but I don't have anything else I can do though. So
Yep.
yeah, she's doing good work for me.
got it. Okay. All right. We go to my.
You know, one of those guys or not yet?
Yes. No, we do. You're right.
Right away?
Yeah. During fall, we replace that. So those are the 3 that are out now.
She
We got
can't
what?
move.
Okay. And I will draw a card. And okay. Your turn to draw. Okay. All right. And then we go to
Spring.
my spring. And then
I
I
will
will.
learn that eventually.
It takes a little bit of time.
Yeah.
All right. So we go to mine. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to tap 10. So there's 7, 8, 9, 10, and bring out Hector. So now you are not alone on the battlefield.
That's too bad. So then I played my other farm, and I can give her a title, right?
Yes, you absolutely can.
I will give her the Order of the Golden Apple.
Okay. All right. So now she is 14,
13,
16,
13.
oh, 13, 13. Okay,
Yep.
great. All right, cool. He's 7-9.
Okay. I'm not
But
gonna,
he also can't be the target of quests or redirects.
Oh, that is the most unfortunate.
All right, so then we go to summer, and then
Yep,
I take
you
actions
choose
first. So I will pass.
Okay.
And now-
I guess I'll come out here.
Okay. Then I will send him there as well.
Okay, so you can choose after you've passed. You can choose to go
Absolutely.
either way.
Yes. So yeah, during each season, we don't move to the next season until both players pass. So as the active player, I can say I want to pass, and then it's up to you. You could say, okay, fine, I passed. We just move on. Or you could say, oh well, then I'll do this.
So then if it comes back to me, can I be like,
Well, once they're committed, you can't
committed.
uncommit them, but you could redirect and then send her somewhere else.
got you? Okay.
So sometimes you want to do that
Right.
to fake
Kind of
out
bluff,
your
like,
opponent.
fake.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure. Go for that one.
And you
'cause I'm
could
gonna get
redirect
this
him
one.
if you wanted to.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. And then it's also the time when you quest.
Okay.
So you can also quest your own knights during summer if it's like, look, you don't have anybody to defend. I can't take anything, but you know what? I can quest and draw cards during fall and replenish my hand if you get the cards I want. Sometimes that can be useful strategy. So, all right. So if we're all done
Yep.
with summer, we go to fall, and I've got 9. You've got what? 13. So that's 5 or 4, right? Yeah, 4. So that's obviously less than 14. I have no hope of capturing that. So we just all go back to waiting, and we move on to the next
Winter.
season, unless you want to pull anything back.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, that
And
wouldn't
we
help.
go to winter, and it's your winter.
All right.
Oh, sorry, my winter. I get to draw a card. All right, and then it's your spring.
I got nothing I can do. I gotta be done.
Okay. One thing about titles, you can have the same title in play on both sides. So you can have 2 different people who are the Order of the Golden Apple or Dukes or whatever. You can't have the same title on the same night twice. So you can have 2 Dukes on your side, but you can't make somebody a Duke twice. You can make them a Duke, an Earl, a Baron, and a Viscount, and a Marquis, but you couldn't make them 2 of the same.
Okay.
And you could put Duke on 4
same.
different nights, but you
4
can't put
Dukes.
them on the same night.
Okay.
Okay, all right. My spring, I will play a keep, and then I will get my glasses because I'm just, there we go. All right. And then I will tap 7, untap 1 for 6 to give him a Knight of the Grail Temple.
Oh yeah, where are you based? South Carolina. Oh yeah.
So that's +0 +9. So now he is 7-18.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's 3 hours.
Okay.
Okay, so he's a defensive beast, but not very good at offense. All right,
See you around, man.
if we're all good, let's go to summer, and now it's your summer.
I mean, I'll pass.
Okay, doesn't do me any good to do anything either. I will pass also for now. We'll go to fall.
Nothing.
All right, and now my winter, and I will draw a card. Okay,
Card. Come on now. Okay.
one other thing is that, again, with the titles, you want to make sure that you are just keeping them, they are like equipment. So if you bring out like a mace or a morning star or whatever, titles can stay in play even if they're not attached to a knight.
Oh, okay.
So, and you can move them between knights.
Nice.
So
Okay.
that's kind of what that's kind of the rules that we're thinking about right now. Our rules are being tweaked as we're getting experience in the first exposure playtest hall,
sure.
and as we're playing, we're learning more and finding out, ooh, that didn't quite work as planned. So, and we're getting some exquisite feedback from the testers.
Good.
So we're really happy for that.
Nice.
All right, is it my?
It was your winner.
Okay,
We both drew.
Yep, and now
it's
it's
your
spring, and so I'm actually going to do 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm going to give him a flail.
Now
Okay,
he's attacking.
now he can attack. He's got 14. All right, but don't really have anything else. Okay. All right.
I got nothing to play.
Okay. Let's go to summer. Spring. Well, that was spring. All right, so we'll go to summer. And let's see. Doesn't. I will go attack Salisbury. Okay. So then we will. I can't cast any request or redirects on him. I'm not going. Okay. So we go to fall to resolve. So 14. That's how much is that again?
Yeah, 13.
13, 15. So I couldn't even capture it anyway. That's the only one I could have captured. 15, 17, and 14. And you're going to subtract out 13 from my 14, leaves me with 1. I can't take it. 13 minus 18 is much less than 15. So, all right. But going through the motions is sometimes helpful to
reinforce it.
Exactly. It just helps reinforce. So, all righty.
All right.
I'm going to make sure that I've got the right number of. I should have 21 tapped. So here's 14. Let's see. 14, 17, 21. Okay, yep, I'm good. All right. Okay.
So my winner?
Yeah, yes, your winter.
Yay.
Okay, my winter. All right. Okay. Are you good?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I can play more cards though, right?
Yes. Yeah, you can definitely you play anything.
Can't be
More.
granted to monarchs.
Yep.
Not a monarch.
2 resource.
Yep.
+1, +2. Yep, you got it. Cool.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to play a castle on my run here.
Lucky duck.
And
That opens up the floodgates.
It can. And then I will tap 7, but untap 4. Or tap 11, untap 4 to give me 7 to put Freya's Shield Bearer on him. So now he is 29, 1429. Okay.
So that takes us to my summer.
Takes us to your summer, yes.
I will pass.
Okay. I will also pass. Fall? You going to bring anybody back? All right. My winter. Okay.
Okay.
My spring. I will be stuck on that. I'm good.
Okay, so I'll play 4. $23. Give her the Baron.
Oh, okay. Oh, she's a Baron. Ooh, wow. Okay, another +2, +3. Okay.
Yep.
So she is 16,
16. Yep.
16, 18.
Yep.
Okay. So probably not doing anything with her in play right now. Okay. All right. My summer, I'll pass.
Okay.
Because I don't think there's anything worthwhile to do right
pass.
now. Okay. Go to fall. And 4, 6, 7. And I will bring everything back.
I'm gonna bring these titles back.
Okay.
Wait, but I'm gonna discard though, won't I?
You might have to, yes. If you have more than 10, if you're gonna have more than 10 cards.
Yeah. Okay.
I
so-
will be discarding. So.
Oh. Yeah, I can discard 2 cards. It's fine.
Okay. All right.
So we discard now.
Yeah, when we're going to move to the next season. I'm going to discard 2 cards. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Oh no, I have 1 card. I will discard the shields. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Good.
And now your winter.
That's actually not that bad. Okay, so these guys all would have untapped. Right?
Well, hold on. It's still your winner. Still my winner.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. So I'll draw a
Oh,
card.
the spring
Okay.
they untap.
Correct, but we have to discard down to 10
Oh,
if we're.
okay. I discarded the wrong time. That's okay.
Yep. So you should have 11 now because you just drew a card.
Correct.
I will dump that. Okay.
So I gotta get rid of one more. Okay. I probably should let that. stay
Okay.
out there.
Now it's your spring. Yeah, and you untap all your lands in fall.
Okay. So when I brought
So-
everything back to my hand, they
That's
would
yes.
have untapped.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah. So fall's like a reset phase. It's your reset, reclaim kind
Okay.
of phase. So you sort everything out then.
Alright, so I'll put a keep down there. So these are 14 each. Well, my math is bad. My math is bad. 14. Oh wait, 14 is
That
that.
brings up Rhiannon.
And then 14, 15. My math isn't bad.
Okay.
And we'll do that.
Okay. I will get my glasses here. So then my spring, I will tap 23 and bring out Arthur.
Uh-oh.
And then got 2, 4, 6. 8. Oh, and I have to play a land. That would be useful. Okay, so I've got 7, 10. I'll spend 10 and bring out Ector. And then I have 3 left, which is not really a lot to do with it. Okay, and then I will be done. Okay.
All right.
And you would do anything after that? Okay. So summer, your summer.
I'll pass.
Okay. Let's see. You've got 23. For 4, I have to have 5. 6. After tautness. Okay. If you're not going to do anything else, we go to fall
Okay.
and we resolve. So, yay, I captured tautness. And yay, you captured Salisbury. And if you look at Salisbury, you'll actually see there's a little Stonehenge on there. If you flip it over, so you can read it, you'll see there's a little Stonehenge. It's actually got the stones. It actually is the
That's
it's
awesome.
at the top of
Oh.
the region. There's an abbey, but there's Stonehenge.
Up here?
Yep.
Oh, Stonehenge. I'm looking for a building on there. It says it right there, Stonehenge. That's funny.
Yep,
Yeah,
it's
nice.
a little. It's a side view of the circle. So my map maker is very happy about that. So.
Nice.
All right. So now you have how much here? 6, 13. I have 8. Okay. So yeah, whoever gets Tintagel wins the game. So Tintagel is the deciding factor. So you
Okay.
have 1 less renown point than you would need to win the game right now.
Okay. I even would have gone for that. I still wouldn't have had enough.
Yeah,
so.
but we
Okay.
don't have, so potentially if you had captured tautness because it has 8, you would have actually won the
Won the
game
game.
because you would have been at 14.
Right, but I couldn't have taken that from you. I could have maybe stopped you from taking it, but that's
Correct.
It. Yeah.
But now you're 1 point away, but 1
Either
point
way.
doesn't matter. It's still 6 or 1.
right,
It's-
right.
Okay. It is
Your winter.
now my winter. And I will draw a card. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Going to my spring, I will play a keep on my large manor. I actually have 10 points, so I will tap all of it to bring out a knight vassal.
Uh-oh.
So this is one of those generic knights I mentioned that you can have as many of these in play as you want. The name knights, you can only have one in play, or actually right now in your deck.
Okay.
So that might change. I'm not sure. We haven't
play tested it enough.
We haven't play tested that aspect
Okay.
sufficiently. So
I will play then. If you're done, right?
yes, I am.
All right. I'll play that, and I will make her the Baron again.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Go to Summer. I will. I don't know if I want to pass or not. That's a good question. Pass.
26.
Yeah.
So you're up.
My total defense would be, let's see, 26, 32.
32. And so I need 32 actual attack to overtake all that.
Yeah, 32 plus the 14, so you need 46 total influence to your attack. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I'll pass.
Okay. We go to fall. You want to bring anybody back or change anything up? Okay.
Nope.
Your winter.
Come on. Son of a gun.
Okay. I will draw a card. All right.
Large manor. And that's all I can do.
Okay. My summer, I will play a castle,
Man.
and then I will tap 5. So I'm tapping 11, so I got to get 6 back, which are those two. And I will play Exquisite Flail on Arthur. So now he's 28-17.
Yeah, we're filming something right now.
Okay. And then I am done.
Okay.
Your summer.
My summer, I mean, I'll pass and see what you do.
Well, I'll send everybody an attack. I might as well.
All right, we'll see how it works out here.
Okay.
We will defend.
We'll do the math. Okay, so I've got 28, 35, 42 coming in.
42 attack.
42 attack, yep.
And I'm at
15, 26.
26.
So 26, 42 minus 26 is 16.
16, which is enough
Okay.
to beat that.
And then so there is the possibility during the game that you also have enough
To beat
remaining influence to capture it. And then we have some special rules to resolve that.
it. Okay.
But
I'm not going to beat all that.
Yeah, you've got
23.
23, and I've got
26 alone with those
26
two.
alone with this. So, yep,
Yeah.
okay. So that would be, yeah, so in this case, I have 16 remaining influence.
Okay.
You have 0 remaining influence, so I would capture Tintagel. Now, let's say that we both have enough.
Okay.
And let's say I've got 16 and you've got 20.
Cool. Okay. I like that better.
Then what we would do is we would look at the renown.
Okay.
And that has to be the difference between our two influences. So if I had 16 and you have 20, it's only a 4-point difference. So it would not meet or exceed that.
Right.
If you had 22 and I had 16, then you would have 6 or more, and that would be enough.
Nice.
So it keeps you from just kind of squeaking by a point and then
Right.
capturing a really
Big,
powerful
area.
region.
Right. You got to
So-
win it convincingly.
You have to win it convincingly, exactly.
Okay.
So in this case, I would capture Tintagel.
Yep.
And that plus tautness is 14 points, which is
Enough
half plus
to win.
1. And
Okay.
I barely win. But I did bring out Arthur, which
You did,
was
yeah,
kinda-
man. I couldn't get past the keep. I had a bunch of small buildings in my hand, but then I needed to draw knights. I had like 8 or 5 titles in my hand.
Yeah, my first hand, I shuffled so badly, I had 3 keeps and 3 castles.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm like, where's my manors? Where's my large
Yeah,
manors? So
yeah.
I was just, okay, farm, manor. All right. Oh, good, I got a farm. I can play that. So yeah, I shuffled poorly.
Yeah, same.
But good game.
Cool, yeah, good game. Thank you. All right, everybody. This has been Roundtable with Bill and
Nimue.
Nimue. I was so close.
So close.
Nimue. I got it right the first time. We hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you follow. I'm sure you have some information out there, people to follow your game in.
Totally. We have all the socials. There's a link tree, but if you go to just nimwestudios.com,
Okay.
there's links to all of our socials from that, as well as our Kickstarter.
All right.
So,
All right. Thanks, everybody.
great. Thank you.